we have on these units right here. So if we have the new class confirmed, then these guys are also basically confirmed at the end of the day. Once you think about it like this, we know that we're getting, this looks like an Arbiter, and this looks like cultist, esotericist, something else. Tydestic Messiah exclusive. If they ever ask for some opinions on that, I'll make sure it's known. She also kind of looks like a Watcher. But yeah, so these are obviously the sprites of the heroes that are going to come in.
We have a planning to introduce a new class, a combat class for WR in next year. This new class will be emphasized on the factor of position on the battlefield. You can get a vibe of it from the two concepts of the proposed heroes in this class. They are riding on something. You can pretty much get the idea of how do they use the position factor.
Position is definitely something a lot of players have been looking for, the ability to change their heroes post-deployment without having to redeploy them. That sounds very interesting. Definitely looking for how you use the concept.
Cool. We'll try to diversify the heroes that are in this class, that they can have different skill effects after or before they move in a battle.
Did you hear that? The kit should include the ability to have different abilities. Same hero, different abilities before and after moving. I never noticed this, but that sounds crazy. Like, imagine a hero with like 2 basic attacks, 6 passives, and 2 ultimates. And depending on if you move or not, you would have, yeah, maybe more skill ups. I don't know. Or maybe it scales up the same at the same time. Will we get an epic version for one of... I told you I asked it.
Move in a battle.
Will we get an epic version for one of these new heroes though, so that most of us can experience them, or is it going to be a first of just a legendary rarity, the ability or the new class, I guess?
Introducing more epic heroes this year is definitely one of the emphasizes we have. There will be more epic heroes. There will be more epic heroes that are actually useful, especially in the new game modes we are planning to introduce. For the new class, we will also strive to release new class for useful, especially in the new game modes we are planning to introduce. For the new class, we will also strive to release epic hero in this class as soon as we can. Following, we're just going through some of the models and the concept arts of the new heroes that we are planning to release in the near future. First one work well with.
I don't know. It sounds like we might not see the epic hero for the new class in the anniversary, but like July, like end of July, August, September, October, November, maybe even Christmas, right? You have to think in long time spans with these devs. So based on the wording right there, yes, they intend to give us a epic from the new class, but it might not release with the shiny new legendaries from said new class. And I believe for the most part, that is what we squeezed out of the devs from the most of the interview. There might be like some thank you to the players, maybe a little in the Q&A. But I do think we got the main points. So the most interesting part is, again, the verification that it's about moving on the battlefield, that it's about positioning, the potential for us to see multiple abilities depending on moving or not moving. And also, yeah, it will be a new faction. That's a big question, right? Is it these units, do they come into this faction right here? Right? Like, do they join this faction is not yet available tab? This tab's been here since game launch. Or do they slot into already existing factions? That is That is the big question. Do we have enough heroes that are shown for a new faction? When the Arbiters as a new faction released, we had 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Arbiters released with 7 heroes. 2 of them already being in the game at the time and only getting the faction. So Arbiters came out with 5 heroes. Arbiters were only 5 heroes, while the Chaos Dominion faction released with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I believe the Chaos faction should have released with 10 heroes. Have you seen that the prefixes for Tower Stages 10 and Hidden Chamber 2 have changed? Oh. Have they now? We don't have the tower unlocked here. Now that is interesting. What did there anything like grant change? Because if it's stage 10, then it doesn't really make too much of a difference, because I guess stage 10 is too easy. But if it's like stage 15, 20, 25, 30, now that would be something. So we could have a new faction, add 3 to 5 heroes and then give a couple double faction. Yeah, but then again, if the newest faction is or turns out to be only tactical mastery heroes, that means you would have to grant tactical master hero to others. Yeah, they summon a lot of tentacles now. Huh. Interesting. But I feel like these tentacles, they always summoned them. We just killed the boss before he summoned them by not letting his bar fill up, right? Because the way the stage works is once the minions get to the boss, into the boss, his bar fills up and then he just wipes you. And you can't heal the Langdon on Hidden Chamber anymore. Huh. Could they be similar to Unnamed, 1 hero per squad? If the tactical mastery heroes are 1 hero per squad, it would definitely bring their power down, right? Because if you can't build a full tactical mastery hero team, then that would obviously make it worse. We already got Yuri. This guy? Maybe this guy has any relevance, maybe he doesn't. He doesn't necessarily look like someone that would fit tactical mastery. So, yeah, ESO chaotic, maybe. Then Beck, so we know her, she's out. We know Nerissa, we know Raiga, we know Malvira. This girl right here is meant to be an epic hero that we're meant to get at minimum this year, right, as a promise. And this guy too. This guy looks like a northerner. She looks like a northerner too. Some information that I still remember back when we talked about it, the dev interview. So when I talked with the devs, was I asked them if they were to introduce a epic hero for the tactical mastery class, for the new class. And they did say yes. I don't know if that was a spur of the moment. I don't know if it's going to come, but the most useful thing for the anniversary would obviously be, let's say, a limited, right? A limited tactical mastery, a ancient tactical mastery, a blue summon normal pool tactical mastery, and then a epic fusion tactical mastery, right? So that most of us can experience the class. If we only get 1 hero out of the whole class, then that would be a bit sad. Now, other sprites that we still don't yet have in the game are this guy. This big demon dude is also under the new heroes tab. This right here is... it looks like the commander, which is our player character. So I'm not quite sure if this turns into anything useful. This guy right here seems to be some Radiant type god, also Asian themed, right? Kigiri was super strong, Asian themed. Wukong was super strong, Asian themed. You can kind of see a pattern, right? And this skin, we got that skin, we got this skin, we got this skin. These are just more skins, not that important. We did recently get this skin. This one was from GVG. A couple of those might still be out, but at the end of the day, it's skins. Tide Scene update is whatever. Gameplay, Chapter 11, Drake's Chasm, we did get that. Boss Rush, which is the Kriya Codex picture. We got that. Monthly Tower, we got that. Faction Trial, we got that. RTA gameplay. Real-time Arena, Updates of Arena, we got that. Demon Soldiers, they still need to work on those. Co-op Tower Defense, we got that recently. This one is still missing. The engaging roguelike tower defense. In upcoming versions, we will introduce a random tower defense mode that emphasizes in-battle strategies, allowing players to experience more single-player content using War's diverse array of heroes. This would be a new feature, this would be new gameplay. Yeah, the Eluin skin is confirmed. So this is pretty much what anything from that we still have from the 2025 question, from the 2025 roadmap. Now, okay, let's list off what we already know about the anniversary. So we have a reset book confirmed. We have Kigiri banner confirmed. We have a Eluin skin confirmed. What else? What else do we already know? Besides that, we know about the artifacts. There we go. So, fully maxed out the Dwarven Striders, increase all your heroes' attributes by 8%. You can see class limited to Rook symbol, Tactical Mastery. Increases all attributes by 8%, and after casting the ultimate you gain an extra 1%, going up to a total of 13% increase. The Shawl of the Life Giver increases your hero's max HP by 20%, and if you cast the ultimate, you apply healing to 3 ally units with the lowest HP percentage within a tile range. Interestingly enough, restoring HP to equal to 15%. Then we also have, this were 2, we have another one, which is this one, Helm of Helios. That is the ability to increase your damage by 25%, and after casting the ultimate, allies within 2 tiles gain an extra 10% damage. So you're gaining an artifact that allows you to increase the damage of other heroes around that unit. And then the last one is a legendary one, so it's not as powerful, which means we might have to spend a bit of time. So we can go on the sell, I believe. There we go. This one, Spirit of the Pack, increases damage by 20%, and after moving, this is very important, and it does align with what the developer said. So we can listen to the exact words once again just to give an idea, but what the developers basically said is Tactical Mastery is playing around with the idea of not being confined to the initial placement of your hero. Which, with this one, you would be able to get a 20% damage increase, and after changing the position of your hero on the battlefield, you would be able to get that extra 5% damage increase. What about Soulstorm Pity from Dragon Rewards? Moonton agreed to that. To be honest, I don't think so, and or I don't know. You don't like it? It depends, right? Like, as long as the power level is still similarly in line with everything else, I'm totally for it. If we're looking at 4 heroes that are all Ingrid tier and all must have, then all of a sudden you're creating problems, right? It depends. It depends on so many factors. How do they intend to do it? Which kind of content do they intend to release after? Do we actually get any more information today, or is this whole thing just bait? I don't know. Okay. Anything else we can scrounge together? Yes, we also know that the Elddr Rework is arriving in July. So it might be early July, it might be late July, it might happen mid-July, it might be part of the announcement, but the Elddr Rework is set to be in July. So, Elddr Rework, Elowen skin, Hero Reset book, Kigiri banner, new classes, we looked at a couple pictures, looked at a couple artifacts, new game mode, which might be the roguelike mode, might be the gem system, might be Merrick's Hall of Illusion, which is the gem system.